Yo, what's up guys, it's the Elephant, and I am going to be playing the German ARC, the ARC 8 July Qualifier for the Maserati, the big prize car or whatever. This is just one of the ARC challenges, and it was German requirements, and I have good German cars, so I thought I might as well record it and see how far I can get with it. So round 1 is pretty easy, round 2 is also pretty simple, especially since there's that hairpin road on snow. I can just use my RQ37 Ford F-150, and it'll get plenty of bonus points from that event, plus also the 1 mile drag. I can save a ton of RQ with my Miura Roadster. So far we only have to use 2 German cars, which isn't really an issue anyway, because I have a pretty solid German collection. Plus when we get into the high RQs, there won't be any issues either, because then I can just use my stronger tier German cars. So this challenge should be pretty easy, and hopefully we can get the key in the end, and maybe get something good from that ceramic pack. Because we do get a ceramic pack at round 20, so maybe we'll be able to get something good out of it. Under round 4 now, same thing, doesn't look like any issues really. Even the rain, there isn't any issues. I don't have to even use a standard tire car, except I am using my Cadillac ELR just to save RQ, since it is basically a car that's just good everywhere, but insanely good on standard tire stuff. But it's even good as like an RQ saver when it comes to dry asphalt as well, because of 6.289, that's pretty high, or actually 5.289, which is pretty high handling and strong stats for a super rare. That's RQ40. Also that maxed roof RTR is what I think it said. I don't really remember, but yeah, the maxed RQ97 roof prize car. That actually looks pretty nice. 2.4 handling, and I'm pretty sure it has good MRA. So now we are onto round 6 now, the next set of rounds after the tickets refreshed. And we got 1 rallycross circuit, 2 city streets, and then there's that drag right there, and then something else. But these rounds are pretty easy, so I'm just skipping through them so the video doesn't end up being 20 minutes long. Oh, and yeah, it's the indoor karting, that's what it is. So, still nothing really too bad. I just have my Mini Cooper prize car for the city streets, and then I can just use my Scirocco R on the drag, plus that indoor karting, that I can just use whatever my other German car is, which is the BMW. So, still not really any issues. Even though there's those 2 ultra rares now on the city streets, we should still be able to win both of them anyway. So I'll probably just end up skipping through this match, I think. But also, we do end up beating the Mercedes-Benz 600, which is pretty obvious. Yeah, skipping through this match now. Coming up onto round 10, where we will get some nice cash, which is very appreciated, because then I can do a pack opening soon. Probably another 500k pack opening, that would be a good one to do. So there we go, 0 to 100 miles per hour, pretty easy with the Scirocco R. It's got really good 0 to 60 for a front-wheel drive German car, especially for a Volkswagen. So, really nice. It's a pretty good car to have. I probably wouldn't have maxed it out, except if it wasn't for the, what was the weather one? Riders on the Storm, that's what it was. It was one of the Riders on the Storm cars, and I maxed it out for that, and it's been one of the most useful cars in my garage when it comes to, like, super rares. It's basically like a Lotus Elise Sprint, but, like, for front-wheel drive club requirements, pretty much. You gotta, like, have it and use it everywhere. So, it's a pretty good car. There we go now, going through these matches. This one I do want to see if the Dodge Avenger RT can beat the Jaguar XJR, which it can't, which makes a bit of sense because the Jaguar XJR is just a bunch faster, and it's on a 6-3 small, but we should get enough points right here from our Suzuki Swift Rally spec, which we do, 107, that is enough to get us to above 300 points, so our loss doesn't matter. On to round 11 now. This is the hand I'll use. Pretty smart hand, I mean not really smart, pretty simple hand. Just 5 super rares that are maxed, no really issues. Like right here on the 0 to 100, the standard tires don't really matter on that Volkswagen Jetta, it's just not fast enough to keep it with my Porsche Boxster. There we go, there's another interesting car, that legendary Porsche, my motorsport car, that's the word. The legendary motorsport car on that rallycross circuit, so it isn't really a bit of an issue then, but we'll see. Let's watch the race and see how close it actually is. Because slick tires actually don't perform too bad when it comes to a rallycross circuit, probably just because there's also the asphalt in it too. And dry dirt isn't really too much of an issue for slick tires, but we do actually end up winning here. Maybe, nope, actually no bonus points, which shows that slick tires aren't actually that bad, even though I was using just a rear-wheel drive standard tire car, but still, it's dry dirt, so standard tires don't really perform too bad either on dry dirt. Now, here we go into this round now. I am grabbing a better off-roader, because it is that's why, because I was using a rear-wheel drive standard, and now they have a better rear-wheel drive standard car on that rallycross small circuit with that ultra rare BMW. So then I'm grabbing my Fiat to use on the rallycross circuit instead, to make it just a bit easier, since now I have off-road tires, which do perform the best when it comes to a Rallycross small circuit. So we go, skipping through this match as well. So far there hasn't really been too big of a challenge. There is now that Moby Dick right there on the medium circuit again. I think I've been saying small circuit. I'm not really sure though, but it is a Rallycross medium circuit, if I did say it wrong. This will be a bit interesting because the Audi S4 has four-wheel drive, but the Roof SCR does a better MRA. But the Roof SCR does win, even though the Audi S4 is able to brake much quicker because of its four-wheel drive. This one shouldn't be too bad because the BMW M1 is just much faster to 60. This one is also, I thought that Audi S4 might have had good MRA, because some epic Audis have good MRA, but it seemed to have no MRA. The Volkswagen Scirocco just kept going. Now this we should actually get some bonus points from, since we do have off-road tires. But see, the Moby Dick is hanging on for a bit. We just have the much better tires. It's like the bottom end of the spectrum compared to the top end of the spectrum. And still, Moby Dick hangs on, only loses 107 points, but even if we lose this race now, which we shouldn't because we have 8 more handling, we still would have won anyway, because we would have had... Actually, we wouldn't have won. Yeah, we wouldn't have won, actually. Up to 300k now in cash, because I've just been grinding clubs in between. So, probably be close to doing a pack opening then. Since the new update, there's going to be another mini update before the new update comes out. So, I'm going to do another pack opening then, I decided. Which will be fun, maybe we can get something good from that. But right now, we're coming up on that ceramic pack. Plus that Ford Police Interceptor. It's a pretty interesting one. Plus there's also that Maxed Edge ST on that one track. But we'll actually be able to see how well the Ford Police Interceptor performs on that 1 mile drag. If it might have good MRA or not. So Ford Edge ST, not really an issue, because the Roof SCR just has better handling, and I think it might be lighter. Oh, I yelled right there. Porsche Boxster, pretty easy win. Just not really an issue. We have better top speed and better 0 to 60. Right here on the City Streets Medium, another interesting one. I mean, it's not really interesting. I don't know why I said it was interesting, but now this is the real interesting one. Let's see how good that Ford Police Interceptor is. It's actually not too bad. It hung up there a bit, so only lost by 50. It actually has MRA in around the 70s. I don't know the exact MRA, but somewhere around 73 or 74, I think, if I remember correctly. So, pretty decent prize car. It's also just a really cool one to have. Like having a police car in your garage would be pretty nice to have. But yeah, now skipping through this race, and now I think we're on... Nope, not at the ceramic pack yet. This round's also a bit interesting just because of that one Chrysler on the final race, the 1 mile drag. It just has a good 0 to 60, but we should be fine because we have much higher top speed. So really, we shouldn't have much of an issue on that 1 mile drag since it is a 1 mile drag. Plus, it's also a rolling start too, so the 0 to 60 difference doesn't really matter too much anyway. And so yeah, this 1 mile drag isn't much of an issue. We have just better top speed, so we actually exceeded their top speed. It's nice when you exceed the opponent's car's top speed, because then it's pretty funny how just they literally have no shot at just catching up to you because you've exceeded their maximum speed they can possibly reach. Same right here, the Roof SCR, pretty sure will exceed the Chrysler 300C Hemi top speed. Will we? We're close. Yep, we did. 145. They have a top speed of 141, so no possible chance of the Chrysler catching up. Now, up to the ceramic pack now, maybe we can get a nice car out of it, maybe a keeper. That would be appreciated. Especially since fused material, I don't really have a need for super rare fused material, since I don't really have any ultra rare projects right now. So I fused away 3 of them into my Dodge Viper, and I don't really have a need for any others. So ultra rare fuse, epic fuse, or just any fused material, or a keeper that isn't a super rare. So, Bentley Mulsanne Gremlin RQ49. Oh man, that is a nice one. Chevy Corvette Z06 Lingenfelter. I was basically just speeding through that pack because I was just betting it was just going to be another generic super rare, but we actually got a nice keeper out of it. Okay, so that's actually really nice. That's a great car, plus a great addition to my Chevrolet collection and American collection in general. It's basically similar to those Dodge Vipers I have now. That's a weird bug. The Bentley Continental GT is the reward for this round. Actually isn't. That would be pretty nice if it was. But that's also probably going to be the choice I'm going to pick from that SUV challenge. Might just like speed run through it because I do have a very strong SUV hand. But I don't know. I might just wait and save my gold. But yeah, that Lingenfelter though. That's a pretty nice pull. I literally zoomed through that pack so fast I couldn't really react to it because I wasn't really expecting to get anything good from it. Because usually I just get a generic super rare. But that RQ49, I saw it, and basically just pressed the next card, expecting maybe another super rare, but the RQ49 as the 4th car again pulls through with Ariel Atom last time, and now the Chevy Corvette Z06 Lingenfelter this time, which is a great car, and it also is now high on the list of my my epic max out list. So I need still a lot more ultra rare fuse to be able to start working on more of my epics, because my Furai is close to maxed and my Dodge Viper is close to maxed. So, and then I'll have a bunch of other stuff that, what was I saying? That I need to start working on. Yeah, that's the word, start working on. So it's tricky when I'm going with like something and I'm saying it, and then all of a sudden I just like start thinking about something else, and I'm like, wait, where was I? That seems to happen a lot with these videos. But yeah, so start working on stuff, because I have a lot of epic projects that I want to work on, plus a lot of great cars that I also want to have maxed out, because then I'll be able to perform very well in some events. Like this one event going on right now, which is the one where it's like 5-seaters, 5 to 9 seats cars with then saloon times 3, I think it is. Some sort of requirement like that. And I have a pretty solid hand for it because I have some maxed epics in my hand. So then it's very useful when you have maxed epics, especially when you have some of the good ones, where then you can perform very well in events and usually win ceramic packs, which is very nice. Because right once I get all of my good cars to max in events, I'll be able to do a lot more gameplay videos, because then I'll actually have solid hands for a lot of the events, which will be pretty nice then, because that means more content for you guys. So right here, my Mercedes-Benz S350 4MATIC actually has gotten a lot of use, because usually it's not that really great of a car, but since it's a low RQ 4-wheel drive standard tire car, it got some great use in this event. So with the final 5 rounds, I was able to use it for like the G-force test, I'm pretty sure, and that other track set that was rain. And yeah, it actually got some nice use out of it, considering it is a low RQ 4-wheel drive standard tire car that lacks its grip because it has 90 MRA, which is pretty funny for being a 4-wheel drive standard tire car, pretty slow to 60 Mercedes-Benz. But yeah, so that basically concludes it for this video. We got a really nice epic out of it, which is pretty cool. That was definitely on the top area of my max out list. And also, we got the art key, which is also nice, because then I can continue moving forward in this challenge. And I should be able to win the Ultra Rare Vauxhall whenever that challenge part comes out, because I do actually have the common Alfa Romeo. The only one I'm lacking is the RQ19 one, and so I wasn't able to win the Chrysler, which sucked because I did want that Chrysler since it is an American car. But oh well, I just didn't win those Alphas previously. I find that kind of odd that we need previous prize cars to perform well in a new type of challenge. But oh well, there's nothing I can really do about it. But I should hopefully be able to win the Vauxhall, which is a very nice car because it's a rear-wheel drive slick tire car. I think it's rear-wheel drive with pretty solid MRA. So that concludes it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this type of content, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, do all that cool stuff. I'm Yellowfin. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.